dark because it's raining. It's literally just past 12, the afternoon, and everywhere is so dark like this. Also, I don't have a ring light, so I don't know. Maybe the rain will pass while we're on stream and the sun will come out, but this is what is available right now. So, like the title suggests, I'm having a bowl, not a bowl, but a plate of spaghetti for lunch, and you are very welcome to join me. Did I put it here? I need to fold out. My name is King. I'm streaming from Nigeria, so hello Rahul, welcome. I'm just having lunch, so hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the chat. My name is King. I don't know if you can hear me. The rain is really going outside and everywhere is dark and gloomy. So I'm sorry about that. It's out of my control. So I'm having lunch right now. It's a plate of spaghetti. Hello, Daryl. Hi, hi. I hope you can hear me. Um, so how's everybody today? The rain is so distracting. Like the noise of the rain is distracting me. Yeah. Hello, Nor Hayot. Hi, hi. Welcome to the stream. Have lunch with me. It's a plate of spaghetti. Hi, 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 hi. Hello, Big Hot. Thank you for the compliments. Hello, hello, Jayola. I don't know if the rain is affecting you guys. You do have some of mine. Have some of mine. My spaghetti is very spicy. So I don't know if you like spicy spaghetti. Like that little girl, yeah? Oh, first spaghetti. Yeah. No, it's not sunglasses. I'm in Nigeria, Jayola. It's not sunglasses though. It is, they are recommended. I need them to see. I hope you guys can hear me. I can't help the rain. It's so noisy. I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. Spaghetti is not like I don't really like spaghetti, yeah. I enjoy it only when there's lots of spices like rodo, and all of that. But even at that, oh, okay, Lagos. I'm in Lagos, Jayola. I'm in Lagos. Where are you? Are you in Nigeria? Oshun. Oshun State. Wow. How is Oshun now? So that rain is falling very well in Lagos. I hope you guys are not suffering from the rain. Oh. Hello. Hello, Tay. Welcome to the chat. I'm having a plate of spaghetti. You can join me if you want. Oh God. I'm happy to hear that. Are you like a student? Are you a student or do you work? Or are you in between? Oh, well, I'm currently unemployed, so good for you, actually. In Nigeria, it's not easy to get a job here. So today is what? Today is Tuesday, yeah? So you'll be at work, right? Are you on a break or something? Spicy. Oh, you're at Well done, man. Well done. Oh. Hello, Hannah. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you, Anna? Oh, welcome. How was school today? I hope it wasn't too stressful. How was school? Right? School can be so boring. That's what I don't miss about school, yeah. How boring it can be. Hello, Lawrence. Hi, hi. I'm having lunch, Hannah. So I hope you have lunch as well. My lunch is spaghetti with a piece of chicken by the side. There's too much oil. Merci. Merci, Hannah. I hope you also have lunch as well. Hello, Krishna. Hello, Munir. Hi. Join me, join me, join me. Join me for lunch. It's a plate of spaghetti with chicken. Haruka is incomplete. Hello, Khan. Hi. Welcome to the chat. They are Nigerian. I am a Nigerian. So spicy. Oh, it's so stormy here today. So spicy. I don't know how I'm going to eat my chicken now. I'm in Nigeria, Krishna. That's how I eat too. Plus it's too spicy, so I can't eat faster than this. Yeah, it's burning my mouth. Does anybody else say onion likes onion? I like onion for how they make the food taste here, but I feel like I would pick onions out of my meal sometimes. Like I think what I like the most is garlic. Done. I need to go wash my hands now. Ah, good lunch. I have to go wash my hands, yeah? So let me wash my hands and then I'll show you one poster that I think would be good for like the background of my corner, yeah? So don't go. I have to wash my hands. I've washed my hands. So let me go and bring the poster, yeah? Too bad. I can't find it. I have to look for it later. I don't want to waste all my time off screen, yeah? So, how is everybody today, yeah? The rain is like receding and coming back. I don't know if it's going to disturb the, like, affect the audio, yeah? Maybe, like now, it's not so bad. So, if you can hear me, just say hi. Can you hear me? Uh, can you hear me properly? Or is the rain affecting anybody's perception of me? Or it's not perception, it's hearing. So I was talking about this book yesterday. Yeah? Somebody was giving me more info about the author yesterday. So somebody like joined the chat. They subscribed eventually, which is good. So please subscribe. They joined the chat and they're telling me that this author Apuleius, yeah, he's connected with the occult. He's interested in like speaking to spirits, summoning spirits, and he was even accused of um like putting a love spell on the woman he made to marry him and all of that, so I should fall in love with him or whatever. And so I was like very intrigued because I think this is one of the only work he made. And another name for this book is Metamorphosis, kind of like Kafka, yeah, but this is before Kafka, or this was before Kafka. Metamorphosis is Greco-Roman. Actually, he was born in some parts in North Africa, yeah, which is very interesting to me for him to be so infamous. And then the accusation of him like spelling his wife, to fall in love with him. He had to prove himself in court, like he had to defend himself in court. They were going to like punish him. Like I went to look it up online, yeah, and what the story was is like the brothers of this woman, yeah, because she's a very rich widow, and the brothers of this woman, they became jealous. I don't know if you call it jealousy, but they're like, this man cannot just come from nowhere and marry our sister and have access to all of her wealth, because the widow's wealth is not going to be shared to anybody else but her family if she eventually remarries, yeah. So anyways, the brothers get angry about it, and then they now say that this man is a witch. That is why their sister fell in love with him. Like, and so he has to prove himself in court. And the way he proves himself in court is I don't know. They kind of somebody kind of it became a compendium, yeah, of his, the way he defended himself, and it is now called Apologia. Like you can read everything he, used to defend himself, or how he defended himself, and it was so infamous for this his style of defense, or the way he defended himself, yeah, against those accusations. I would like to read Apologia now. So anyways, I wanted to decorate this place with a poster that I made like a few years back, but I can't find it now. I pasted some specific Pinterest printouts for on a cardboard, and I had this whole thing about making it look so pretty. It had this like ancient style of, like there were statues, quotes, all of that, like really cute pictures, yeah. um Not cute, but more like dark pictures. And I wanted to post it here, but I used to post it in my room, but it constantly fell off. Like cardboard cannot stay on the wall in my room, yeah. You cannot paste easily to the wall in my room, so it kept falling, and then I folded it up and kept it somewhere. Now I can't find it. I'll have to look for it, yeah. But it's just a spontaneous idea that came to me, so that there'll be a bit of, I don't know, variety to this to this corner where we are being. Usually it's on the other side here that I stay, but I've decided to move to this corner because the light reflects on my face better. Yeah. The title of this stream is having lunch, so I hope people come in now. I've already had lunch. Oh, I've had lunch earlier in the stream, so unless you watch the replay of it, you see me having lunch there. Spicy spaghetti with a piece of chicken. All I had for lunch, which is cool. It's okay. I'm not a fan of spaghetti per se. I only enjoy it when like I'm distracted from the consistency of spaghetti going down my throat, which is pepper. So pepper is what helps me eat spaghetti. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, if I ever visit Italy, yeah, and I have to eat, their delicacies, which is mostly pasta and all of that, I don't think I would have too much fun eating it. I'm curious though. There are a lot of people from different parts of the world that enjoy Italian pasta, yeah, and they have so much praise for it. And I've also seen the way like Italians cook, yeah, and how their meal times are very like extravagant, elaborate. There's different options of meals, so I feel like they know what they are doing when it comes to cooking, yeah. But I'm just curious um if my thing with spaghetti is going to affect my enjoyment of it, yeah. Like when I was really really small, eating indomie like noodles and spaghetti just made me feel very nauseated. My mom would be like, okay, go outside, go and receive breeze. Every time I felt nauseated each meal, like I had a lot of texture issues with food. So like, if you think about it, like I had issues with textures, like textured food. I've never actually thought of it. Like when you watch like movies here and people are being very picky about their food here, I fall into that category. But I thought a person that used to push myself to eat whatever is in front of me as a child here, so that I would make everybody happy. So nobody would be sad that I didn't eat the food, yeah. But after eating, I would experience intense nausea and sometimes I would gag, and I don't know. I felt there was something wrong with me. I felt there was something wrong with me that I just needed to bear it. Like it was just probably. Then I'll sit outside and get very very cold, and then I'll feel better after I can no longer taste it on my tongue. But spaghetti for me it has gotten better because now the way I prepare it, I use a lot of pepper. I use a lot of pepper, and after eating it, I take something else that is very very dry. You know, I take something that is very very dry to chase away that feeling, to change the feeling on my tongue. Oh my god, are you serious? I'm a food texture person, oh. Wow. Like so many things. Oh, hi Samantha. Hi. Welcome to the chat. My name is King. My name is King. This is Nigeria. Welcome to my chat. Can you hear the storms outside? I'm sorry for that. Like, I don't know. It just came all of a sudden, yeah. Out of nowhere. It started raining like this. I hope people are not affected, like the audio is not affected by the noise of the storm. So I was talking about how like I'm a food, like I discriminate food through texture, but it's not that way that I'll be like, oh, I won't eat it here, because when I was younger, like where I'm from here in Nigeria, children don't really have a say in. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. Children don't really have a say in their choice of food, especially if you are from, I don't know, middle class families and even lower class, like for middle class below, lower class like families. Like as a child, you can't really be picky with your food, and then you're now somebody that has a vagina. You can't really be picky with your food, yeah, because you just thought that if you say no to a meal that's put in front of you, you are kind of, you are disrespectful. and there's no other option for you. You know, if you get very hungry, good luck. You eat, you go back to the food that you left behind. So I feel like because of all of those, and me, I grew up as a very obedient child. I was very obedient. I never made a fuss, or I tried my best never to make a fuss. I was very quiet as a child, you know, very quiet. I was what everybody called like the respectful, obedient child. So I I rarely put up a fuss, you know, especially with things I didn't like. Things I didn't like, I forced myself to experience it. Especially when it came to food, you know. But now that I'm thinking about it, there are a lot of meals I eat now that after eating them, I have to take something else of a very different texture, usually gari, you know, like very hard, dry, like chew, not chewy, very hard, dry food stuff that I just throw in my mouth and I just eat to chase away the taste and the feeling of the meal I just had, yeah. So usually after eating something like spaghetti, I'll just like put gari in my mouth and chew it so that I will feel the texture of that spaghetti anymore on my tongue. Like the memory of it won't be on my tongue anymore. And it's like talking about it now, yeah, I've come to realize that I probably have this thing about textures of food. Like I probably discriminate food because whenever I'm at home, yeah, I eat a variety of food. But when I go, like I leave home, maybe when I was in school, university, different parts of the world, I rarely cooked. Like I didn't cook anything the way people used to take time to go to market and buy food and prepare soup, you know. I didn't have that inclination at all. And so something I really hate more than thunder is lightning. Lightning is so freaking just rocks me at the core of my being. And now I don't know if it has affected our electricity, bro. That was so scary, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so scary. That was so scary. Oh, I literally saw the, you know, how lightning looks here. I saw it and I was like, no. I hate the way it feels in my ear. Like processing it in my ears hard. Anyway, so what was I saying? So I never had this inclination to buy like food stuff or groceries and get home, take myself home and like cook it, you know, whatever. I never had such inclination. And I used to judge myself that, oh, that just means, you know, I was lazy or, you know, I don't know how to cook. But the truth is that that's a lie. Now I can see that's just things I told myself you get. But like if I deep it here, if I go deeper into processing that train of thought, it just I don't care about those food. When I don't eat those food, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, you know. If I eat it, yes, I will feel full, but I don't feel like I'm missing out. Oh my god, why did I go live today? I sure I think I'll just go off now or maybe come back later. I don't know. The rain is kind of stressing me out. Rain is stressing me out so bad. Aside lightning and thunder, yeah, I think I'm having fun with how everywhere is very chilled or chilly because of the rain and all of that. We've not had such a heavy downpour like this in months now, so I guess we are officially smack dab in rainy season, eh? I feel so bad for people that are going to work, who that have to go outside because the road is usually bad. Hello, hello Abhishek. Yes, I'm an alien. I'm streaming from Nigeria though. Where are you from, Abhishek? Where are you from? I'm fine. Abby. I can call you Abby, yeah? I can call you Abby. I'm from Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Although I'm an alien, but I'm living in Nigeria. Hello, Steven. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you, thank you. You guys just missed me eating lunch. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. Oh, first spaghetti. You just missed me eating lunch, yeah? Spaghetti and chicken. You do, Abby. That's cool. This is the first time I'm hearing of that. No, a lot of people say they love like Lagos. They would want to visit, but I've not heard someone say they really love Nigeria. Sorry, Indian. Obviously, I guessed it through your name, but I didn't want to say it out. I have a lot of Indian subscribers. Where in India are you from? Are you okay? Let me not ask. Where in India are you from? I don't know. The rain is like I think it's stormy right now, yeah. And sometimes the lightning is going to go off or thunder, and I'm going to like block my ears, okay, because of the sound. Hey, come to Gurgaon. Where is that? Is it in India? Everybody keeps inviting me to their country, but nobody wants to sponsor me. Yeah. If you want to come to your country, you have to sponsor my visit. Yeah. Like I've gotten invites to several countries, but as in nobody's like supporting me in any way to get there. So I don't know. If you want me to come to your country, you have to prepare, prepare for me and sponsor my trip and all of that. No problem, I'll come. So yesterday I had a Russian friend join the stream and he subscribed to the channel, and it was fun because I started to speak broken Russian because at some point in my life here I learned how to speak, read and write Russian. So but that's like years ago now. So I don't know. It was the person, he typed in Russian and it was very easy for me to read it, but to translate it was not perfect. Do I like tandoori chicken? I don't know what tandoori chicken is. In Nigeria, we don't have a lot of Indian restaurants, or even if we did, like they would be in places that are like not accessible to me. Yeah, yeah, I think I've heard of it in a movie before. Tandoori chicken. That's what I want to do. When I visit your country, I'm going to eat everything. Like I'm going to try all kinds of food as possible. Like, oh my god, so many things I want to try. But is tandoori chicken your favorite like meal? Do you like tandoori chicken? Oh, you asked me, so maybe you like it, yeah. Do you what is tandoori chicken exactly? How do you make it? Do you enjoy it? Can you make it for yourself? I like people that know how to cook as well. I have this chota buy that used to come online, but it's no more coming. Whiskey or vodka? Neither. I've had vodka. I don't like the taste. I don't like the smell. I've never had whiskey though, but the way I see it is like it's a very hot drink, and I don't like hot drinks. I prefer wines though. Hello Clement. Hi, welcome to the chat. Hi Clement. You have the same name as my friend's brother, but like they're a very old friend of mine now. So, but hello, welcome to the chat, Clement. I prefer wines. Okay, yeah, I prefer wines. I'm fine, Clement. How are you? My name is King. Welcome to the chat. I'm fine. I'm fine. So. I emailed my Russian teacher from the time I was learning Russian. Yeah, I don't know if that her email is still working, sha, but I emailed her in my poor grammar Russian. Oh my god, I was so happy like to speak with somebody yesterday in Russian. So I welcome everybody from Russian speaking countries to my chat. I am fine, Clement. Abhishek, do you like soda or do you like soda water? Is that what they call it? There's this type of water here that does not have any sugar. It's just bubbly. Is that sparkling water or something? Today I was just listening to music, yeah, old music. Not old music, but music from the 2010s, especially this Rihanna song, Disturbia. Yeah, soda. Do you like soda? I drink sometimes. Yeah, I drink a lot of sugary soda. So I'm wondering if anybody else likes it. There's soda water and tonic water. I prefer tonic water. Okay, yeah. That's the name. That's the name actually. Tonic water. Soda water in this country. I think we had one. What was the name of the soda water? Ah, they used to sell it when we were little children. Like it was just water, but it was very sweet. I like that, but I think it's out of commission now. They don't sell it anymore here. But tonic water is still present. Schweppes still makes tonic water here. I don't think it was Schweppes that made that soda water then. Tonic water. But you don't like soda. That's why you asked me for whether I prefer whiskey or vodka, Abby. No, whiskey is hard. And you know, which one do you prefer, Abby? Whiskey is harsh. I feel like I've never had it before. Never. I don't know if I'll ever try it. Whiskey with water. Why? When did you start liking whiskey? Clement, why do you like tonic water? do you is it that you don't like sugary stuff like soda, sugary sodas or something? Tonic water. I feel like if I'm trying to like change the taste of my mouth, I might drink tonic water. If not, I don't think. I think after the first like burst of gas, I'll be bored of it. Whiskey with water. I don't know if I'm given the opportunity to try. If I have the opportunity to try whiskey, I might try it just for memory's sake. Yeah, with chicken wings, spicy chicken wings, or just I don't know any other type of chicken wings. Maybe butter chicken wings. Is there anything like that, or honey chicken wings? I think there's honey chicken wings. I've seen it in like Korean movies and all whatnot. Yeah, but normally, even if I was to make prepare chicken wings, it would be spicy chicken wings. Wings. Oh, so you like spicy things, yeah? I'm trying to think of that soda water. Ah, it's A something. A something. That's the name of the brand in my country. This country. I like whiskey with water, chicken wings. That's when did you start drinking whiskey? I'm curious. Like there. And I used to see things like single malt whiskey. Um, there's a kind of like they call it aged whiskey. I've not really looked into whiskey though, but I'm a fan of wine, so I'm looking a lot into wine. Black coffee, that's another thing I hate. I also hate coffee. Oh my god, the smell of coffee makes me nauseous. Like I don't know why people how I know why. I get coffee has a lot of caffeine, and that is beneficial to some people, but I don't know why people and how people enjoy coffee. I tried it, when I was in secondary school and I was preparing for my final year exams like WAEC and all of that. So one night I was studying really deep into the night and I was dozing, yeah. So I was like, you know what? Everybody speaks about coffee being good, coffee being like it keeps you awake, you know? And then I made coffee. Oh my god. Oh my god. Caffeine in like power Red Bull, yeah? I used to drink a lot of no Power Horse. Remember? I don't know if you are from Nigeria, but they didn't drink Power Horse. I used to drink it a lot as a child. I know that has a lot of caffeine. Like all the energy drinks have a lot of caffeine. So I imagine, that's where you get your caffeine for. Or is that another place? Is there another place you get your caffeine from? Like I try to take coffee here to stay awake to read. After I forced myself to finish that thing, bro. Oh my god. The way I slept like a baby. I woke up the next day frustrated as hell because, like, what do you mean? Why would I just fall asleep? Like, every time I drink coffee, if I can force myself to have coffee, I always fall asleep. So it's like, I read something about how caffeine, like, keeps your brain very, like, overactive. No. Oh my god, you have a very peculiar taste, I think, Abby. Yeah, energy drinks, of course, of course, of course, of course. That makes sense. That makes sense. And the idea of caffeine, yeah, it didn't make sense to me as a child because then when I was like only black coffee. No, even if I take only black coffee, I'm going to fall asleep like a child. I will sleep like a baby. It's just my lot. Like plus the taste, the smell just turns me like sick, just makes me sick. I think it's just me though, obviously. A lot of people enjoy coffee around me, so that was just me. Like when I was a child, yeah, and would have these parties like family parties and get-togethers. Though people would bring drinks like Power Horse in parks and all of that. That's the name of this energy drink here, and they'll be saying things like children should not take part, like children should not take drinks like this now. Children should not take drinks like this, and I'm like, why? There's nothing alcoholic about it, yeah. There's nothing alcoholic about this drink. So why are people worried about kids taking this drink? I didn't understand the concept of caffeine then. Now I do. Like also when I take things like these caffeinated drinks, like energy drinks, I still don't feel any different. Yeah. I think it's just my brain. I read something where but original taste is good. Of coffee, yeah. Original taste of what? Oh, with milk. Oh, okay. The thing about me and milk, I am lactose intolerant, okay? But it only started later in life. Like when I was a child, I could, take milk and all that. So when I was in, I think that secondary school period, yeah, when I was in high school, I could have coffee with milk without, being affected or whatnot. But the thing about having coffee with milk is that it just increased the nauseating feel of the whole thing. Like it's just like, why am I wasting my time here? Like why why am I doing this to myself? Milk cannot mask, coffee entirely. The milk that I used to add. Hello, Supriyatna, Eddie. Welcome to the chat. My name is King. Hi, hi. Power horse, power horse, power horse. All that talking about that during parties here, people would drink power horse, but it didn't really have any effect on me as a child though. You know that when they say, oh, caffeine makes children like like energized and all of that. Okay, speaking Russian for me is kind of like I learned it for a while, like years ago. So now I can't really say I can speak it fluently. I can just like have a passing conversation with somebody that speaks Russian, yeah. And I also learned French at some point in my life. I was taking French very seriously. So I wouldn't say all of those things are part of the language I speak. Or the only language I can say I speak fluently is English. But I can have passing conversations with like people from like people that speak French and people that speak Russian. Yeah. My Russian is not 100%. It's just like, like muscle memories. Muscle memories. When you eat sandwich, what kind of sandwich do you enjoy? I don't know. The thing about me with sandwich is that when I see videos of it being made or people enjoying sandwich, like I feel with less sauce, it looks attractive, yeah, in video, but like I don't know if it's the bread I use. I think there's a certain type of bread, or is it just the way sandwiches are? Like when you put tomato in your sandwich, the tomato just like soaks your bread. I don't like that texture. It's so so I feel like if I want to eat sandwiches, if I want to make sandwiches in the future, I will not add tomatoes. Not because I don't like tomatoes, yeah, or tomatoes, whatever. I think it's because I don't like when the water just like liquid of the tomato like soaks the bread. It just ruins the whole experience for me actually. I like cheesy sandwiches and I like chicken sandwiches. Like, you know, I like chicken sandwiches. But what kind of. Also, the idea of sauce. I don't know. I don't know. Depends on the sauce you're talking about, too. I don't know about sauce. Again, I don't want my bread to be damp. Oh, I don't want my bread to be damp. It just, the texture, man. The texture just puts me off actually. For me, I think what I'm looking forward to trying now, exactly now I have focaccia. Is it focaccia? Help me, I don't know the pronunciation correctly, but focaccia bread looks good to me, and I feel like focaccia bread would not soak, like would not like, get damp easily from tomatoes or sauces. Yeah, I like focaccia bread. Yes, but focaccia bread is not readily available here. Like, we don't have a lot of variety of meals in this country. I guess that's just how the standard of living is here. So it's not like you can walk into a store and get this type of bread. And even to make it safe, it's not so easily, like it's not, I don't know, it's not readily available. So I think the only thing I'm speaking off of is experience. Maybe one time in my life I've eaten, like probably one time in my life I've eaten this type of bread, focaccia bread, yeah. One time I was living in a place that had a lot of variety of food items, yeah. So I did that. Like I enjoy different kinds of bread. But now most of the bread here is just like wheat bread, like just plain white bread. How they call it? Like it's white bread here, just plain white bread, and it's not even really white like that. I think it's the kind of bread that they make that the texture gets is like, how to say it. I don't know if you've eaten this kind of seme bread. This bread that used to be very long and dry and like it's hard, kind of, you know, that kind of bread. That's how focaccia is. I don't know if you know this bread. Like if you go towards the border, like seme, yeah. I don't know your life. I don't know if you've been around the border, but they used to sell it sometimes. Some places in like towards that area, there are breads that are um made without yeast, I think. You know it, Abi. You know it, Abi. Okay. Ow. That's why, like, I think if my desire to travel, yeah, is just to try people's foods, yeah, try food from different countries, because the way we are just spoon fed in this country, one type of food is tiring. Pasta. I don't know if you, okay. I already said that I ate spaghetti, yeah. So I don't know. I can't really say the type of pasta I like because I'm not a fan of that kind of food actually. Like for now here where I am, yeah, I've not really enjoyed eating pasta. No, mac and cheese. I don't know. I've never had mac and cheese. Never. I've never had it, man. Like, I never had mac and cheese. The food is so popular. I know people can make it here in this country, but I don't. I don't think I want to try it right now. I don't think I want to try mac and cheese. The type of cheese that is required, I think it will affect my tummy a lot too. So no, no, no. I like cheese. I like cheese. I don't. I've not eaten mac and cheese before in my life, so I wouldn't know. Like I don't have any reference to say, oh, I like it or I don't like it. Yeah. The only thing I can say about it is like I like cheese, but cheese does not agree with my tummy. Yeah. Lactose intolerant and all of that. Like if I eat a certain type like mozzarella cheese or American cheese, that yellow one, I'm not too disturbed, but it's kind of disturbs my tummy, yeah, my digestion and all of that. I hate mayo. Oh my god. Hello Mo. Welcome to the chat. I hate mayonnaise. Oh my god. I've hated mayonnaise since I was a like since the first time I had it in a salad. I was like, no, this is not for me. Not in my world. Not in the world I'm living. I've hated mayonnaise forever. Hello Mo. Hi, welcome to the chat. I've hated mayonnaise forever, man. Like so many times, even in shawarma, yeah. The reason why I don't enjoy having shawarma is because of the mayonnaise. It's just like, is there another like is there a way we can change this particular ingredient? I hate mayonnaise. I'm so sorry, everybody. Chicken and cheese fries. Abhishek, we don't have all those kind of meal options for like locally or even like cheap here, affordable in this country. We don't have those type of things here. We do have like fries, all those kind of things. Maybe if we go to a like a fast food joint, like it will be a lot of what like money, yeah. See, Abby doesn't like mayo. Abby doesn't like mayo, so now what? Hello Daniel, welcome to the chat. Una good morning, it's afternoon here, brother. Oh Mo, stop it, Mo, stop it. We don't like me, don't like I don't like mayo. I'm fine, Daniel. Yesterday I came on live very late because I was looking for MB, like my credit, my data finished, everything finished, and I was like, how will I manage, my credit to do? So I later found like maybe 500 MB somewhere, somehow, in the evening. Clement, I'm so sorry. Mayonnaise will have to be thrown out of this world we exist in. It's so salty and slimy, and I don't. It does not. It's oily. It's just like the smell, and I always smell. See, Daniel agrees. Daniel agrees. That's three on what? The only people that support mayo here is Clement and Mo, and we are three now. Daniel, me, and Abby. We hate mayonnaise. Do you know I can even eat butter? Like if it's a challenge, I can eat butter, but mayonnaise, fiakwa. Abhishek, what question? I've not had that meal combo you're talking about, chicken and cheese fries. I've not had it. If I'm put to the test, like they say, oh, you win so amount of money, eat butter, I will do it. But mayonnaise, I'll say goodbye to the money. Hello, John. Welcome to the chat. If it's for mayonnaise, I'll say goodbye to the money. The weekend of Drake. I don't have music faves, to be honest. I don't have any music faves. I'm so sorry. It's kind of, even the options you presented now, they are not, the Drake I thought I liked no longer exists or was just a facade. So I don't like musicians like But Abby, don't be a hater. Abby, who do you like between Weekend or Drake? Like, who do you like? Whose music do you enjoy? Whose music do you enjoy? Even the Weekend, I think I've only enjoyed two or three of his songs. There was a time I used to, of course, you like the Weekend, of course. I don't know your vibes just give Weekend vibes. That first album he came out with, yeah, that was everywhere. I think I got sick of it because it was everywhere. Like they were playing it at the mall, they're playing it in the bus, they're playing it everywhere. I'm like, you don't do. I'm tired. Like, it's not. What is he even saying? Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's not that person that would go out of my way to download this music on my phone. Yeah, I've sworn off Spotify. I decided to start downloading my music from pirate sites. I'm sure listening to Portable is better than Daniel. Do you know that you used to talk like someone that is living in this country? Stop it! Stop it! Vitush, for Christ's sake. Passman, hi. And why the hell would you recommend Portable to anybody? Like I've never, I don't think I've ever put my ear down to listen to any song from that man. Never. Passman, hi, welcome to the chat. Pretend to be tush, pretend, try. Portable is an Portable is let's just call him what he is. He's an artist. Hello, Whiskey again. Nice to see you here. Portable is an artist, Clement. He's a Nigerian artist. You can, I don't know if his music is on Spotify though. Daniel, you would know now. Daniel, you would know if his music is on Spotify. Tell Clement if his music is on Spotify. And mention one song by Portable. Let me hear. Are you serious? On Spotify? Chai. Things are happening outside of the world. Like, things are happening like in the world that I'm not even aware of. Of course, if it's on Spotify, I want to be on Apple. Like there are things happening in this world that I don't think I'll ever know. Like Portable puts music, makes music, and the music is on Spotify and Apple. So, like, okay, Abhishek, I won't answer that question. Don't answer questions like that. And I'm not asking your age. As long as we are not minors, that's fine. If you're a minor, you can declare your age so that I'll be aware. But we are all adults. I'm an adult here. You don't need to be afraid of that. So, Whiskey, are you an enjoyer of Portable's music? Me, I'm not an enjoyer of Portable's. I don't even. The only thing the only thing I know of Portable is scandals like baby mama talk, girlfriend talk, fighting with somebody, just all of that. And I don't keep up with all this Nigeria. I'm the type of person that you say I live under a rock, basically, when it comes to all of this, like things happening in this country. Hello, Lawan. Welcome to the chat. I listen to anything I like, or like anything that catches my fancy. I listen to it. So I can't really. That's why I don't have like favorite artists like that. Oh, another Scotland person is in my chat. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for the compliments. Not the food stand. Oh God. Daniel, please free me. Can you free me? Can you free me a bit? Like, can you let me breathe? If it's a real whiskey, then I want to tell the real whiskey, please, can you go back to making music like the way you used to make in early 2010s to like at least 2018 at most. Ryan, this is Nigeria, from Nigeria. I don't even see Daniel. I don't even know that. I was not even aware that he stole phone. Like, I was not even aware that he stole phone. Like, I don't know anything about this guy. like yes, Holla Your Boy days till even like that Malik Berry period. Like I know Malik Berry is a plant, industry plant, yeah, but then I didn't know it was a plant. So allow me. That period from Holla Your Boy, Superstar album, Pakurumo, Superstar album, then after Superstar album, that whole 2012, 11, like 13, 14, Scottish whiskey, proper whiskey. Yes, thank you. You can send it to me. I'll accept it, Ryan. Yes, I'll accept it. Do Scottish people make whiskies? Are they the ones that brew whiskies? Yes, like even up to like I recently downloaded this song yesterday night. I done last night. Nigerian accent. Last night I downloaded Maya, yeah, by Whiskey, and like, bro, what happened to the sauce? Like that I feel that on top of your matter, hey, that energy, where is it? It has gone. It has like it's not whiskey no longer like it's a different person that is making this music now. 2020's music. It's not the same whiskey, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, it's not the same. It's not the same whiskey. Like I'm on that whiskey, or I just go and listen to all those songs and download it. So whiskey, if you are the real whiskey, please whiskey there, go back to that style, I beg you. Is it because of vocals or something? Yeah, whiskey is an OG now. It's just so painful. Like I know he has served well, like he has done, all his days of hustling to make it to be at the top of the game. I value all of the effort and the work here, the body of work he has. Do you get? I'm just being very like, nostalgia is just beating my ass, and telling me, oh, I want some more of that of that whiskey, yeah. But it's okay, wherever he is right now, let him do what he likes to do. That's what I'm saying now. He grew, so the music will change too. Right. I be check. You love whiskey and tell someone to stop drinking. It's still valid. You can like drinking and you can still advise people to stop drinking. Like two things can exist, I guess. I think more than brew, I think whiskey kind of evolved. Like I feel like the the things that inspired those sort of music that he made, yeah. I think those things have changed for him now. I don't think there's any desire to be any, top of anything. Now he's just doing it for what? Just like for the love of the game, yeah. He's just doing music now for the love of the game, and his music has changed, yeah. Exactly. From whiskey to Starboy. Remember Starboy was a big thing. The Starboy period, yes. From whiskey to Starboy, and I treasure Starboy era. Now from Starboy to Machala, so you know Starboy era. That what's that song? What's that song? The song. Oh my god, that one that he was on the streets, yeah. That one that he was in the streets, and like he just filmed the video where like street boys were just dancing with him, street kids were dancing with him. That song, what's that song? I forgotten. When hunger really catch him, the song is sweet. Like it's true. People used to say that thing that when an artist stops being hungry, you don't see, like you don't get the same music, like it doesn't hit like Fireboy now. Fireboy's first album and that Party Scatter album, like his EP and the first album, will never, like his newer works will never beat those two. I just have to say it. Like Fireboy will never be that Fireboy again. Like he's too full. He's not hungry. But David is the king. There's no arguments. I don't sing. I want to be a singer. Like at some point in my life, yeah. But I've given up on it. Like, cause like, how do I start? Yeah, where do I start from? Exactly. See, you see, everybody knows this. David is the king. See, let's not argue about that. We'll go on a long tangent here. Clement, let's not go there, okay? Let's just leave the argument out of this. Is a safe space. I'm telling you, Party Scatter guy, Fireboy was hungry as hell. He wanted food. He was desperate. So Party Scatter, that album, you can never. That album is like still at the top of his discography. Nothing can beat him there. I think I have a Discord. Yes, now. Yes, now. Is it nobody? Not that song. Ooh, although who I know you bad though. That's the nobody you're talking about, Abby. I need to work on some music. You can give me your Discord. I can join your Discord, bro. Like just send it to me through email and I'll join you. I'm on Discord. So if you want to work with me, I don't mind. Nobody like I do. That song was for the lover girls, for the lover boys. Like, what's your art? I don't remember. I've forgotten, but I've not used it in a long time. That's why. You can just email me your own Discord. I can join your server. Do you get? I don't remember my Discord art now because I've not clicked into it. I've not checked into it in a very long time. Whiskey. I go live every day, Clement. I'm struggling with data, but for now, I think I've gotten like a bit of data so that I can come on live. But I go live every day. It's in my description, bro. My email is in my description. Even my Instagram is in my description. You can follow me on Instagram, DM me. It's there. I go live every day, oh, every day, every day, every day, every day. Let money drop, man. Let me get to this thing. Let me get data so I'll show up every day. Yeah, my email is in the description. So this song, like, it's so even the only person I know that still feels a bit, that is, anyway, he just came out, he's fairly new, and that's Ashake. Ashake is still new, yeah. I made Redemption. Hey, you know that I finished it yesterday, so I'm done with Kite Runner. Yeah, I'm done with Kite Runner. So since you did not join on time, time has already gone. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the story, but it's a bit long. That thing that we're expecting is not going to come. Oh. Let's just let it go. Let's just, you know what will happen. It will just keep going like that. Like, I don't know how to tell you this. Alien redemption is coming, but it's not being the way usual redemption thing. Like, it won't be, no, it won't be that thing, that big thing we're looking for. It will just be tough. Like, that's how it will be. Like, ah, at the end, I can't just say what will happen at the end. There's no end. There's no end. The story just stop reading. That's it. Like, the book just ends, but there's no end. Because, like, where was I? Should I was telling you, should I just narrate it? Like, outside where we stopped at was where I said, these people were in the house. Asef, the bully, and Amir. They finally faced each other, yeah. And he said they should not take the Taliban soldier should not take Sorab out of the house. So Sorab is still down there standing, watching two of them start to fight. And Asef has these brass knuckles, yeah. So he put on his brass knuckles and he beats. Okay, Clement, thank you for stopping by. That's so lovely of you. Thank you, thank you. Subscribe to my channel. Please don't just go like that. Subscribe to my channel. So Amir and Asef start fighting, but obviously Asef is more experienced, yeah. So he wears his brass knuckle and he beats Shege. Dab in 2025, Clement. So Amir, Asef beats Shege out of this guy Amir. Oh God, he's bad. He breaks all his teeth here and here, shatters his jaw, punctures his lung, breaks his ribs. Hello, champ. Breaks his rib. Like, he almost, then he sits on Amir about to like finish the job, and then this guy Sorab starts to shout, leave him alone, enough. I said, say, what are you talking about? Shut up. He said, "Leave him alone. I will not." Then, I told you that Surab also has a catapult. So he brings out his catapult, and in the rubber of the catapult, there is a big, like, metal brass ball. Thank you, champ, for the compliment. There's a metal ball, yeah, like his father, yeah, 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 like his father, and he's facing it towards this Asef guy, and he says, "Don't do it, like, stop." Asef says, "Don't, you wouldn't try it." He said, if you continue beating him, I will do it." Asef is like, and then he's like, he disregards Sorab, and he wants to finish off Amir. Amir is narrating that he knows that he's about to die. You get. Then before you know it, this guy releases it. He releases the ball out of the catapult, and the thing punctures the good eye of the Asef guy. The bad eye of Asef, it was Hassan that scattered it, yeah. Now the good eye that he has, this one, it entered into its skull, like it was lodged. It's not stone, oh. Like it was lodged inside, and it's like this big, I think something like half of this mouse, yeah, inside his eyes. He starts to scream. I said, he's blind like that. He starts to scream. All the soldiers come in. You think somebody's about to die, and then they are focused on, saving their master now. Then this guy comes. Sora goes to where Amir is laying down, drags him up, and start to crawl out of the house. So, but nobody's paying attention to them because they want to go and save their Asef, their leader. So as they come out of the house, Farid is in the car. Farid sees them and he runs. Where we are reading it here, you are narrating it as in and out of consciousness, in and out of consciousness. Amir is going in and out. He just sees Farid face. He hasn't forgotten who Farid is. He sees Sorab. Sorab is crying desperately, yeah. I want my people to come back. It's like my network has gone off. So he sees Sorab. He goes out of consciousness. Sorab is crying. For they put him in the car, the back of the car, and then they take him to the hospital. And then the next thing he knows, he wakes up. He sees a nurse. He cannot speak. He cannot even think. He doesn't know where he is anymore. And after like 6 weeks, yeah, or after like, I think, a month after the operation, yeah. Okay, another thing you need to know, when Asef was beating Amir, was that in that moment, Amir was feeling like that was Hassan's revenge on him. Do you get? Because Asef, violated Hassan. So if Amir had actually stepped in, they would have actually beat two of them up. Do you get? They might not have violated both of them in that sense, but two of them might end up being beaten. So in that moment, Amir feels like he's getting like, he's being dealt with properly. Like he has finally gotten the you have to call it, when somebody wants to, like, when you go to, like, when you are a sinner and you want to, like, pay for your sin, yeah, he felt like this was his share. Correct. So he felt like he has gotten it. So as he got to that point in his mind where he was like, oh, this is what I deserve for all these years and all these things I've done to this my friend, he now started laughing. And I said, well, like, why are you laughing? Kept on beating. Then, Sorab now interrupted and all of that. So now they're in the hospital. Nobody knows what happened to herself, yeah? But he's in the hospital. Sorab is by his side. Farid is by his side. Nobody knows if he's going to come out of, coma or whatever. And then he wakes up and he goes out again. Then he wakes up again. So, like, he's just over and over again until one day he's able to wake up for a very long time. And are you sending laughing emoji because of Amir? So he now feels he's able to, like, when he's now conscious, like his consciousness can stay for longer than a few minutes, yeah. The doctor now starts to tell him that, so you have a punctured lung, your spleen actually was ruptured, and if it's not that we got to you before it completely burst. You would have died of internal bleeding. So it was ruptured, and before it exploded, so we had to remove your spleen, and all your ribs, almost all your ribs are broken, and it's injured. It cuts through your lungs. Telling him and then the thing that really disturbed me was his jaw, because ourselves shattered his jaw, so they wired it, like there are wires now in his jaw, and he cannot speak, he cannot eat. Hello, the cat. I'm from Nigeria. So he cannot speak and he cannot eat. He can only eat liquids or drink liquids or mashed fruits. You get? He cannot do anything with his mouth or his, digestion or whatever. So, anyways, all of that is being told to him by the doctor, and he's like, okay, so he's alive. He didn't expect to be alive. So now, because of the situation of the whole thing, now he's feeling desperate that these people will come and, no, I'm not a student, Nikat. Are you a student? He feels desperate here that these people, the Taliban, will come for Sorab, because of what he did, blah blah blah. So he tells Farid to go look for those couple that Rahim told him to check for. That those couple are supposed to accept this guy. University. Oh, what are you studying? What are you studying, Nikat? So he tells Farid to go and find these people. They're Americans. They'll take in Sorab. Sorab will be okay. So the next time Farid comes down and is awake, Farid tells him there is no such couple. He said, no, 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 you don't know. This is their name. English teacher. Wow, that is cool. Oh my God, I love teachers. I love people that study to become teachers. Wow, English teacher. Cool, cool, cool. Your English is actually very good. Um, so. What was I saying? Um, we now discover, like, it now dawns on Amir that Rahim sent him to find Sorab just because. Yes, my Instagram is on my description. You can follow me there. Amir sends um Amir discovers that Rahim just sent him to find Sorab, to save Sorab. He just if he had told Amir from the beginning that, oh, you have to adopt your half brother's son, so Amir would have resisted, stronger than the idea that, oh, when I save Sorab from Kabul, I'll just take him to these people and he will no longer be my problem. You understand? So now nobody knows what to do with Sorab. And Farid is poor. He doesn't have any. He cannot even take in somebody else. You get all of that. So what's the decision now? It now dawns on Amir that what he has to adopt Sorab. Yeah, as a problem now started again, because Amir was Sorab is 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. Amir is 40, is it 38 at this point? It's 38 at this point. Nikas, my Instagram is in my description. You can follow me there on my Instagram. So Amir is like now thinking that, okay. So one day Amir wakes up from a nap in the hospital, and a bearded man comes in and just stares at him for long and leaves. Immediately Amir feels like that is somebody from the Taliban coming to check on him if he's still alive, yeah, and all of that. And then there's this fear. Nikat, I have an Instagram. My Instagram is in my description. My Instagram is in my description. Just check the description of my video. You see my Instagram. So Amir now starts to tell Farid that he has to leave the hospital. The doctor says it's not time. It's not like you are not yet fully recuperated to walk around. He says, I can't stay any longer. I have to go. So I don't know, but maybe Nika doesn't understand, like, my. Maybe Nika will only understand it if you type it out. My Instagram is in the description of this video. So um Farid now takes Amir and Surab, and they go to another city in Pakistan, that's Islamabad. Yeah, they leave Kabul, they leave Afghanistan, and they go to Islamabad, or maybe Islamabad is in Afghanistan. I'm not so sure, but it's far away from Kabul. Yeah, and the influence of the Taliban is not so bad there. So they go there, they get to Islamabad, and then Amir now gives Farid like $2,000 that if you take it and take care of himself, that he appreciates everything he did for him. Farid can't even believe the amount. It's like, what? So what? So but he leaves and is very grateful, and he says Amir says he never sees Farid again. So now it's just Farid, it's just Amir and Surab. Yeah. So both of them are now they go to a hotel, they book a room. All this while, Surab does not speak anything, he does not say anything to anybody, he just stays quiet. Although he knows Amir because his father has told him everything about his dear friend Amir, and all of that and all of that. So Amir is trying to like think of what next to do, he's trying to process what is going on. And then one day they have this discussion where what happens then in the hotel room here. And thank you very much, Nikat. Thank you. Then in the hotel room where um he now steps out, Amir steps out, to do something. When he comes back, he doesn't see Surab in the house, and then he starts looking for Surab everywhere. And then he now finds Surab in one big mosque like that, and Surab now starts to speak to him. That's the first time Surab is speaking to him, and Surab is telling him how you know his feelings about the mosque, the things his dad has told him. And he now started to say he feels bad, you know that does he think God is going to punish him for killing a man? And he's like, no. And then he says his own father has not taught him that no matter what, no matter how evil somebody is, you should never kill them, you should never harm them. And me was not like, that's why your father was too nice, like your father is too nice, and that's why his life was the way it was. But sometimes the people that want to harm good people, you have to deal with them, you have to kill them and all of that. That is okay to do that, nobody's going to punish you for that. But Sorab is tortured now. He has gone through hell. He watched his parents die. Then he's been sold to, Talibans and different men, doing that to him. So he's not a very well adjusted child, you get. Anyways, Sorab accepts, some level of comfort from Amir. Before two of them now have this. It's not too smooth, though, but two of them start to talk, like they start to have this repertoire. And then one day, Amir decides to adopt Sorab for himself, but he came to that conclusion by himself, yeah. And then he now says he'll go and look for how to adopt him because he wants to travel back to America. But first, he has to tell his wife about it. Do you get? So he calls his wife Soraya and he tells her everything. And she's so, she experiences every single emotion on that planet. But she's like, you know what? I accept your child. I accept the child. You get? I accept him. And, just bring him. I'm ready to see him. Like, I don't mind. So Amir now goes to find somebody at the embassy, an American at the he goes to the American embassy because he's not a citizen of America yet. So he goes to the embassy and it's like, I want to adopt a child from here. And they tell him that you have to have a certain document, the death certificate of the parents of the child, else it will be as if you are just stealing the child. And it's like, what do you mean death certificate? Nobody here even has birth certificate. Like, people really record themselves. She better. I don't think she would have resisted too much, because she's very different from her parents. She herself, like I said, she's not a perfect person. She was not a perfect bride, So, and Amir accepted her wholeheartedly. So if Amir is saying he wants to adopt a child that is not perfect as well, I don't think she would naturally be resistant to the idea. So anyways, when he gets to the embassy now, they now tell him that, sorry, there's a man he meets there, Mr. Andrew. Mr. Andrew says, sorry, you need to get their death certificate. And it's like, what do you mean death certificate? That's just a new concept to Afghanistan. It's like, we don't even have death certificates. Who is going to keep death certificates of someone that was killed randomly on the streets? The deaths are not even recorded. They are too sporadic. Who is keeping count? The man says nothing you can do because the humanitarian blah blah blah, adoption process blah blah blah, they will not let you do this. So many international laws. So the only thing that happens is that Andrew tells him that, I'll give you the name of the lawyer I'll give you the card of a lawyer. You call him and you consult with him. He deals with things like this, you get. And he says, okay, thank you. So he goes away and he calls this lawyer Omar. Nevertheless, Omar. Also, Omar is pure American, yeah. But he understands Farsi, which is the language of Afghans. So he comes to visit um this guy one day, Amir, like for a consultation and everything, and he now tells Amir that, I'm sorry, the thing that Andrew told you is actually accurate. There's another way you can do it though. You let him stay in a government approved, American approved orphanage, yeah, and he has to stay there for a year, and then like nobody coming to claim him would show social services that he really does not have any family left, any living family. So then you go back to America, you leave the child here and you go back to America, and you now correspond with the child for 1 year, over 1 year. After 1 year, you will now what, they will let you come with him to America, or they'll send him over, they'll give him a visa. Before this conversation happened, yeah, the asylum thing, they say they can't let him do it because he has to be the only person living in the world. He's a child. What about his relatives, his family, all of that? They can't. They'll think, maybe they said if they don't produce any document of like death certificate, of immediate family, and he's like, I'm his uncle. You say, okay, what is the biological proof of that? Like, is there any certificate connecting both of you? Nothing like that. How a person will know those kind? Like, who will keep all those kind of things in a country like Afghanistan? Yeah, it's not common. You get. It's not common. Even in Nigeria too. If you want to adopt a child from the village to abroad, you have to. Where will you get the best certificate of that child? And in the village, things like that. All those kind of limitations. So, anyways, before that whole conversation happens, yeah, this guy is having this conversation with Sorab, and Sorab is now confiding in him. Finally, he opens up to Amir, and he says Amir that he tells his uncle, like, he says, like, I don't want to be this type of person, but I beg you, please don't put me in an orphanage again. You get, I can't stay there. Like, no matter what happens, promise me that you will not take me to an orphanage. Amir says, I promise you will not go to an orphanage. Now Omar is telling him that you have to live in an orphanage for a year. So then he calls his wife, and his wife tells him that, oh, they have family members like that work in the government for child services and all of that. So there's a way they can fast track the thing so that he can come over without this process of orphanage. They'll just give him a visa from there, like connection. Now, the way the thing is going to be, they will just give him a visa to travel. So he will travel and then he doesn't have to go back. Do you understand? But this thing he talked about with Soraya came later. Soraya was like, I'll let you know what I find out from my people, yeah. But he now went to meet Omar, you get, and then Omar gave him this news. So Omar was like, so instead of him to, I don't know how he was feeling a bit hopeless. So when he now came to the hotel room, now he now met Sorab. He now told Sorab that, Sorab, there's something I have to tell you. So the thing is that you will stay in an orphanage for 1 year, and will, but this orphanage is good, Sorab is crying. Oh, Sorab doesn't want to hear anything. He's like, no, don't leave me alone, please, you promise me I'll not go to orphanage again. He says, no, 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 don't worry, this one is a good orphanage, this one, nothing will happen to you, blah blah blah. Sorab eventually cries himself to sleep, and he leaves him in the room, and then he steps out. So in that stepping out now, this woman Soraya now calls him and gives him that information now that, oh, I found a solution, or you just bring him for travel, then he won't have to go back. We just adopt him from here. So he runs back to the hotel room to tell Sorab that, hey, see what happened though, they're giving us good news. Oh, he enters the room, Sorab no dey room. Sorab no dey room. So he's like, Sorab, calling Sorab's name, and then he hears water in the bathroom, and then he opens the bedroom to see Sorab. No, run away to where? Sorab tried to kill himself. Sorab like cut himself, and he was bleeding out in the bathtub when Amir found him. And Amir was screaming and screaming and screaming until ambulance came, and so they went to the hospital, and Amir was crying, and they took him into operation. Yeah. And then Amir started crying blood, started begging God, started promising that he has never been a faithful Muslim, he has never believed in Allah and all of that. That gives him, if God allows Surah make it out of surgery, he will do anything. He would worship, he will pray 5 times a day, he will be serious with God, he will do everything. He even gets a mat and then he kneels down and he starts praying and he starts begging and he starts begging God. And the operation is lasting 1 whole day. The next day, nothing, they've not heard anything from the operation room that what happened to this boy. So he's now sleeping it off now. He's exhausted, he's sleeping, and then the doctor comes to meet him and tells him that Sorab lost a lot of blood, and even when we were pumping more blood, like transfusing more blood, it was really hard, for us to get it going. And Amir is like, hey, how can Hassan die? Then his son will now die like this in my same hand, that it's my fault, it's my fault. So the doctor holds him down and tells him that it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Sorab made it. Like Sorab is alive, but he's in the ICU. So he has to wait it out. You get, maybe like since he's his family member, he can see him, but you have to wait for him to come back to consciousness. And then Sorab now, Amir is now crying and he goes inside to see Sorab, and he's sitting by Sorab's bed. He goes back to the hotel to like clean up and everything, and the hotel manager tells him that, I'm sorry, you have to leave my hotel for me. I don't mean any bad thing, but you've only brought bad luck to me with all this thing that's happening to you. Please leave my hotel. And he says, okay, fine, I'll leave. So he goes to find another hotel. Then he comes back to the hospital. He's watching over Surab's bedside. He's watching him and all of that. And then I think on the fourth day or something, Surab now wakes up, yeah. But when Surab wakes up, Surab does not say a word. And Surab never speaks again. For an entire year, Surab does not say a word. But it seems that when he becomes like well enough to move around, that thing that Soraya proposed, she now, it worked out for them immediately. Like maybe the following week, they left Islamabad and they went to America, and then they brought him home, and Soraya was so yeah, that's what happened. And then they brought him home, and Soraya was excited. You know the kind of thing now, like, when you're adopting a child and you've been trying to have children for 12 years, and then you have this whole idea that, oh, when I adopt this child will be, everything I've always wanted to do with my own child, blah, blah, blah. When Soraya comes to the house, he does not say a word, he does not speak, he does not smile, he acts as if he's a statue. You get, they tell him, welcome, we'll take you upstairs. They took him upstairs to the room that Soraya prepared for him. Everything, he's not moved. He just sits down and he's just looking like this. He does not say what, he does not laugh. He's just sad. And they think he's a face, but he does not flinch. And then the thing about Soraya is that her father is a very influential man. He's a big man, all of those things. And again, the thing about Afghans is that they have this discrimination of caste. Do you get? So when Soraya's parents come to see the boy and they see him, so when they're not, he goes back to his room and all of that, when they're having dinner and all of that. So the man starts to grumble, starts to say things like, hello Michalovic family, hi, welcome to the chat, my name is King. So when he goes back to his room and the adults are speaking, so Baba starts to talk, say, this child you picked up like this, you picked up a Hazara kid. What will I tell my neighbors when they ask me that my daughter has adopted this kind of child? What will I tell people? So Sarah is like, oh, father, don't do this. Amir says, no, wait. This is what you will tell them. You will tell them that my father slept with a woman outside of his wife and had an illegitimate child. And that child is a hazard. And that child now has a child. That is his grandson. So you tell them that is the illegitimate grandson of my father. Okay? So, and that was the end of the conversation. And the man just shut up. He not even say anything. He not ask any stupid question again. Like nobody has ever mentioned the idea of like that stupid talk of him being a Hazara. Although the news now spread, now everybody saw them with their child, like the child that they adopted. and he's not playing with anybody, he's not talking to anybody, he's not laughing, and eventually you know what he went through in that land. How we not go get mouth? The thing that he went through. And you know it's about him saying he's trying to challenge that old man, because that old man respects his father like hell, respects Amien's father like hell. So it's like the man that he respect, look at what he did. So direct your scorn to the right place. Don't come and start saying nonsense where I am. Basically, man no talk again. And normally, him and his father-in-law, he used to give the man his respect. He used to allow him to have like humor the man and all of that. Yeah, but that day he did not send anybody's message. Like he did not send anybody, Papa. So, anyways, they keep going now in their life. Amir does not speak. Sorry, Sorab does not speak again. Sorab does not talk. Sorab is still the same way. You know, does not interact with the environment, nothing. So now Amir starts to, because of what he experienced in Kabul now, he now starts to, you know, do these organizations that are helping, you know, refugees in his country. His life is involved, like he's money, you know, raising money, doing donation, doing funds. Surab no dey speak anything, Surab no dey talk to anybody. Eventually it's like they are living with a ghost, you get. And he says it that the difference between somebody being quiet and somebody being silent, do you understand? And it's like Surab is silent, like he went and he did not turn the volume down, he just switch off the sound. So it's not like there's, you feel as if you're not living with a real human being. Yeah. So anyways, Suraya starts to get depressed again, like, you know, all her dreams, you know, all her imaginations, like, oh my child, you know, I'll have a child, I'll do this with the child. Abi now, it's like so bad. So anyways, so it's the new year now. He has been there for it. So it's Afghanistan New Year, you know. Every country have their own New Year. So some countries have their own New Year and all of that. So their New Year comes around and everybody goes to hang out in the center, like in the park. Mostly Afghanistan people and the families and their children. So they are all playing, and then he now sees somebody like, you know, drawing a kite somewhere, like some children playing with a kite. So he goes, he gets a kite from one man, that's Amir. He gets a kite from one man. He now looks at Sorab and he tells Sorab, you can talk to Sorab, but he will not reply. He'll just be doing as if like nobody's talking. So he now tells Sorab that, Sorab, do you know that the father was the best kite runner in our time? That he was the one that knew how the kite was going to fly. Like Hassan always knew, and people were like, oh, maybe Hassan should look at the shadow of the kite. So it's like, no, Hassan doesn't look at the shadow of the kite to follow the kite. Hassan just knew where the kite would go, you know. And this is how we used to do it. I'll show you what your father did. So some children were playing kite. So he got his own kite here. And see about the kite, like I told you, you use glass bottles, you know, melted glass bottles to like strengthen the rope of your kite so it will not fall easily. But because it has bottles on the rope, you can use it to cut other people's kites. So what Hassan and him used to do, mostly Hassan, because Hassan is one that knows the streets very well. Hello Fred, hi, welcome to the chat. So he starts to fly the kite and he's holding it, and other children, they are coming, they are busy, like, you know, chasing other kites, you know. And you know, they notice his own kite standing still, you know, very high in the sky. Guys, he's not the other children, so he's holding the kite, and for some reason, yeah, the reason why he goes to get the kite is because he notices Sorab looking at the kite, you know, flying. And so he now gets the kite and he starts to hold the kite, like, watch me now, watch me now. This is what Hassan used to do, watch. So he noticed that Sorab, unlike before, he doesn't pay attention. So Sorab is just looking here at the kite, looking at other children too playing. So the kids now come and they're like flying their kite. The kite is like fighting each other in the sky, yeah? But Hassan, Amir does not move 1 inch. He stays. When the kite gets very close to his own, he now drags it down and the thing cuts the other guy's kite, and everyone starts to laugh, you know, and they start to run. And before you know, as he's running, like he sees Sorab in a whole year. Sorab has not made one single expression on his face. When Amir does that and cuts the other kid's kite, he smiles. Oh, it's not even a full smile, or it's just like, you know, when you're like you don't even mean for the smile to come out, and just like, like just that little thing Amir saw. Oh, he started to started running with the kite, and all the children were chasing after him, you know. And it was not the way the narration went was like, I mean, it was like me, a grown man running, like mad because and children chasing after me, but I did not care because of that smile. Like, and that's where the story ended. That's where the story ended. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, is that an end? Like, if you look at it closely, is that the end? Is that an end? Like, I don't want it to end. I want to see how Sorab gets better now. Like, oh my god. That's the end. That's the end right there. Oh, if it's not for you mostly that would really encourage me to read that thing, I would it will literally take me till January to finish that book. Like, what do you mean exactly? Exactly, there's no end. Let me bring the book. Let me read one quote that Amir says that will help you to understand this idea of an ending. Like, there's no real thing as an end. Let me bring the book. Exactly. You don't know how to feel, man. There's no, when something is ending, you think maybe so. eh, So talking about endings, yeah. I mean now, yeah. Hello, Fred from Uganda. Okay, my name is King. We're reading the Kite Runner, and I just got to the end, and we don't know how to feel about the end, but there's something really comforting that Amir narrates here. He says, the way when you want to talk about the ending, what happened in this particular scene was that when he's in America and somebody says, like when they move to America and somebody says, oh, have you seen this movie? He will just tell you the ending of the movie. And then he notices that Americans get mad when you spoil, they call it spoiling the movie. But in Afghanistan, the ending was all that mattered. That's what he said. When Hassan and I came home after watching a Hindi film at the cinema, what Ali, Rahim, Baba, or the myriad of Baba's friend wanted to know was this: did the girl in the film find happiness? Did the guy in the film fulfill his dreams, or was he doomed to wallow in failure? Was there happiness at the end? They wanted to know. If someone were to ask me today whether the story of Hassan, Surab, and me ends with happiness, I wouldn't know what to say. Does anybody's? After all, life is not a Hindi movie. Afghans like to say, life goes on, unmindful of beginning, end, crisis or catharsis, moving forward like a slow, dusty caravan of coaches. So basically, that's the only answer the author will give you. There's no end to life. It just goes on. There's no catharsis, there's no crisis, there's no real vengeance, nothing taken. You understand? So that's why if you like say what happened at the end. Me too, I wanted to know what happened at the end, yeah. Like, okay, so I know what happened, but there's no it is what it is, man. Like, even when Sorab did that thing to his attacker, like to his abuser, yeah, he still didn't feel like some kind of do you know how badly beaten Amir was? This guy, I said beat him, beat him bad, like to even read the diagnosis it was so stressful for me. It was like, what do you mean somebody's lungs is full of water and they have to like have an aspirator outside of his chest, that they put a tube like this that's helping the lungs to exhale and like expand and retract. Like, he suffered though, and now he doesn't have teeth. Like, I think, let me tell you the main thing. The thing that happened with Amir was that when Asef beat him so bad, he was not selfish. He accepted his role now. Like, he felt like that was his penance, and that's the word. He felt like that was his penance. So I told you that. Did I tell you that Hassan had this lip? This thing, cleft lip that children used to be born with here. So they'll do corrective surgery to correct it back, but there will be a stitch here forever and ever as a scar So when Asef broke Amir's face, yeah, his lips divided into two, and the doctors had to stitch it back. So him too now, he has this thing on his mouth. You understand? So you kind of get, you kind of picture that the author is trying to draw for us, you know, because Amir was so desperate to be punished. You know, he wanted penance for what he did to Hassan. He never ever let it go. Not having a child, he says he deserved for what he did. His wife not being this chaste, virginal person, he says he deserved it. His him going back home, you know, and seeing his old father's house in ruins, his whole country in ruins, he says he deserves it. All of that, like Amir, if you look at it, I'm not saying he, you know, he got that one for one, yeah, but I feel like the way it went is even more realistic of how life goes. You know, some people, we in Nigeria, we like to do this thing where, because we watch a lot of Nollywood movies, they'll do things like, oh, somebody did something, so like a stepmother was evil to a child with witchcraft or just being evil. And the story is interesting now. That's the thing about good authors. Like, you know, everyone to go and find this guy on Instagram. He has an Instagram page. If you see his Instagram, just full of charity works for Afghanistan. Like, he has a foundation, in fact, the Khalid Hosseini Foundation, that you can donate to help, you know, raise money for people that, you know, that women, children, just refugees in Afghanistan, you know, giving them asylum, all of those things, you know. And he's also from Kabul. The author is from Kabul as well. So I think then him himself, he received asylum when he was a child, when the country, you know, was wrecked by the Soviets or whatever. So I feel like I think that is how the best life can give you. There's not going to be this one for one punishment for, I don't know, people that wrong people, and it might not even come from the same place, you know, that the person was wrong from, that the revenge will come somewhere else somehow. You know, life might play out, and sometimes it doesn't even play out like that. Sometimes it just continues going. You know, there's no ending, there's no catharsis to be found, there's no, oh, so this is what this person got, you know. And I think is one thing about him that I was saying yesterday about the book. I didn't narrate it yesterday because, you know, I came on late, and, you know, I didn't want to do it without you. So, but one thing I was saying about the book yesterday is that, what was I saying? That this author, I feel like he has a heart that is so hopeful. I feel like he has a lot of hope in his heart. You get, and despite the hope that this author has in his heart, he also lives the reality of how the world is. Do you get? Because he does not mind words. If you see the way he's describing the situation on the ground in Kabul at the time with the Taliban, the children, you know, and I don't even like to say that word, because when you say it, to begin to like, you begin to like feel it heavily in your chest that okay, and all of that. But I feel like personally, instead of looking at it as life being not fair, I think I'd rather just take life, you know, moment by moment. Even the idea of having hope, I don't like having hope as well. I make sure to avoid hope at every turn. I don't like to have hope in my heart. The only time I really held on to hope was like when I was a child, you know, and all of that was a waste of energy and time. So now it's just like, if I'm not going to have hope, do you get? Do I now surrender to despair? Do you get? Do I surrender to the void, the chaos of life? You know, how life can never, ever, ever, ever be, you know, what you expect, you know? Do I surrender to it? And I'm like, what do I do? And then I got the answer. It's not like a perfect answer, obviously, and it's one that it only makes sense to me, I guess. But the answer I got was just like, after I think I've been suffering from a lot of depression since 2021, you know, and I think that the combination of that depression was like, I think it was finally settled early this year. You get, after a lot of events and all of that, yeah. But the thing I came away with was like, the only thing I can focus on is now. Do you understand? I can only focus on now. And if I focus on now, I don't have to worry about the next minute, you know. I don't have to worry about tomorrow. You know, people say things like, don't worry about tomorrow. And of course I'm going to worry about it. Of course I'm going to stress about it, you know. Telling me not to worry about tomorrow is not helping anybody. But if I say, instead of focusing on say today or tomorrow, let's just focus on now. Okay. Hello, Copex. Thank you for joining the chat. Everybody, subscribe, please. Subscribe. I want to get to 500 subscribers. um, so focusing on that, on the idea that there is no real like macro place we are living in here. Hello, Copex. There's no real macro existence we live in. The only thing I live in right now is just this moment, and it's just me. Right. Also, yes, I also had to let go of that thing called time. You know, like when you're growing up, and the thing they used to assure us of is that don't worry, when you grow up, don't worry, time will pass, time will pass. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the chat. This I know, like when they tell us like children and when we are, impatient, we want everything, we'll be like, give us this thing now. They'll say, no, not now. Not now when you're an adult, when you grow, when you have this, and it's like I've grown into the adulthood and I'm not seeing anything yet. Why am I still looking for something that they said I'll find here? You get, and I realized, okay, that was a lie. Time is not bringing me anything. You get, I'm the one, you know, giving myself whatever it is I think I want. I'm the only one that can do that to myself. I cannot be giving the power to time and saying, oh no, don't worry, after time I will do it, after time I will make it. Hello, Copex. You know, I can't leave time to I can't live my life up to time because at the end of the day, mm, now or don't bother, like, that does not also mean, that's why I don't like to use this word called patience or be patient or whatever. This is Nigeria. My name is King. I'm streaming from Nigeria. Where are you from, Copex? That's why I don't like to tell before people when I'm like, when I have to comfort myself, when people want to comfort me, say, just be patient now. And the thing just used to make me like insane, like angry. Like, what do you mean patient? What do you think I'm doing right now? How is patience going to help me? You know, and then the patience idea, it also rests on time because you are trusting that what something is going to come after a period of time. So just wait. Time again. Meanwhile, time is nothing. Time is just a frame of reference. It's not a real thing that moves or have any sort of we just use it as a reference. It's not real either. You know, there's no such thing as time. Like, it's so annoying to me, but there's no such thing as time. So instead of that, I just focus on the now. You know and now is also a reference because there's no real now. Tomorrow is now, like in the next minute I'm in the now, you get. So it's fine for me to use now, you get. So I don't know, it just feels like, when you focus on the now, when things like this happen. Kenya, hello, I have wonderful subscribers from Kenya as well. Nice to meet you. I'm from Nigeria. This is Nigeria. I have like, when people say, like, when we read things like this now of, stories like this, people say things like time time will heal all wounds, and like, it's a lie. I'm from Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Ryan, hello. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Yeah, say very, very nice things that I appreciate. Truly, very encouraging things. Yeah, thank you so much. So when you read, what you do now will dictate your tomorrow. So now is tomorrow and forever. That makes sense to me. But I don't like to think of tomorrow at all or forever. I don't even encourage it in my thoughts. I don't think of I make sure nothing ever leads me to think in terms of tomorrow. Like now will dictate your tomorrow. I don't even think of it like that. Like, even though what you're saying is valid and it applies, yeah. So instead of that, I'll rather stick to the now. rather stick to the now. The whole processing of the whole thing. Thank you, Ryan. Where are you from, Ryan? The whole process of the whole thing is just, it gets to you, it gets to you. Like, if I focus on next book, let me show you the one I'm reading now. This one I'm reading, is not how to say, this one I'm reading, I'm not going to narrate it like piece by piece where I narrated Kite Runner, because this one is a mad kind of book, yeah. The title of the book is The Golden Ass. Saudi Arabia, welcome, 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 welcome to the chat. I've heard, I've seen wonderful things, about your country online. Okay, so see the title of the book, The Golden Ass. So let me tell you first of all that this story is about a man. His name is Lucius, and we are coming from Greek time, when Greek was still kind of like, I think post fall of its empire, or during the period where it was still an empire. Yeah? Greece, Roman time, Greco-Roman times. Yeah. So you have a sense of how the setting is, and how the writing is. Yeah. So the author, his name is Apuleius. So Apuleius is from the Greco-Roman times. Yeah. So expect his writing to be very convoluted. It's not like one after the other, I say, oh, this happened, and no, his own, he will go on different tangents, different things are happening at the same time, and some of them do not contribute to the plot. But the main plot is that this guy Lucius, he's interested in witchcraft. Okay, he's interested in the occult and all of that. So he visits a man in another country from his own, not another country but another city. Yeah. And when he visits this man, he finds out that the man's wife is a witch. He has already heard rumors that his wife is a witch. So one day he tricks the maid to give him the witch's ointment. Yeah. And she brings it out for him. When the witch flies away, the witch turns into an owl and flies out of the window. And so he sees it and he's like excited and tells the maid to give him the ointment, and the maid gives him the ointment and he rubs it on his body. And guess what happens to him? You will know from the title. Instead of turning into a bird, this man turned into a donkey. Instead of turning into a bird, our main character turns into a donkey. Yay! Yay for craziness. And the thing about him is that after turning to a donkey, the maid tells him the solution to turning back to a human being is for him to eat roses, yeah, rose bushes. And she said she will get him rose bushes. That it didn't happen in the night. She says she will get him rose bushes in the morning. But that night, armed robbers, bandits come to the man's house and they attack him and they steal his goods, and they steal what his animals. So they steal him, the donkey, from the barn. So this man is a human being living as a donkey, like the whole confusion of everything. They steal him, oh, they steal him. No, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher, right? Why did you ask? Do I sound like a teacher? I think I would want to try teaching someday, because I do some teaching on my channel. Yeah, it does. Like, I've not even thought about it, but it does. But like, there's a lot of like adult things going on here, so it's not really Disney friendly, kind of, But yeah, the premise is kind of Disney like, yeah. And so this man now, the armed robbers take him to their cave, and they have another donkey too. The only thing that I really want to notice that now I'm having some kind of sensitivity for donkeys. You know how people call donkeys ass, and how they are beast of burdens, and it's like, how do you know they are beast of burdens? Are you not just like forcing this animal to do what you want them to do? Because in his thought process here, he's busy looking at the other donkey and trying to form camaraderie with the other donkey and the horses that they have, but they hate him. Oh, thank you. I feel like that's a very, 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 very high compliment, Ryan. Thank you for that compliment. Thank you. I'm going to save it down. I'm going to post it on my Instagram. Like, if you check my Instagram account, you'd see um my highlight of the stream. Yeah, like wonderful people that I met on stream. I think this compliment deserves a highlight. I like it. Thank you, Ryan. So um they they take him on the journey, like to their cave. I'm already like, I think I'm more than halfway through the book. Let me see. Okay, so how many pages? I'm on page 121, and the book is 200 and How many pages? 254 pages. So I think I'm more than halfway through the book. Tomorrow, I don't know, because in a few hours now, the lights will go down, like sun will go down, and everywhere will be dark. And we don't get lights for now. I don't know. Rain has spoiled it. So I think rain has affected our lights. Thank you, Ryan, for the compliment. Tomorrow, I don't know what I will do. Yeah, anything I read now, I'll tomorrow. What I'll try to do is I'll try to narrate like most of all the things I've read here. Do you get before now, and then whatever I read, what I'm able to read before the sun comes down, I will I'll keep it for you, like I'll narrate it for you tomorrow. So I'll try my best to narrate like the ones I've read before and what I managed to read this evening, yeah, after this stream is over. I don't know. People will subscribe to my channel. Then when I now like answer celebrating subscribers, they will not be unsubscribing. Nobody should unsubscribe today. Oh. Nobody unsubscribe today. Because I'll show up tomorrow, okay? Yeah, so yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah. I won't be able, I can't guarantee finishing it tomorrow, bro. But I can guarantee that I'll read a bit and then I'll now narrate the whole thing, as chronological as possible for everybody tomorrow, yeah? I think that's fair. But I don't think I can finish it tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because the accounts are probably not solid on YouTube. So YouTube kind of like removes it, yeah? Like, I don't know. But guy, like, let me just get to 200 for God's sake. Ah. I don't know. Like, I hope people subscribe today as well, Sha. Yeah, so I will do that. I'll try to do that so that tomorrow I'll have a lot of story to tell. I can't guarantee time that I'll show up for the stream either because sometimes rain can affect me or light or whatever. But anyway, Sha, um, I've gotten to this point in the stream and I'm happy that at least everything picked up. Um, Hello, Serum. What's your name? What's the pronunciation of that name? Thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for joining my channel today. I hope everybody, had fun as much as you could have. Join me again tomorrow. My dad is fine. No, thank you for asking. That's so interesting. Family is fine, Daniel. Oh my god, that is so cool of you to ask. How is your side? Are you living with your family as well? Oh yeah, the only one living by yourself there, yeah. Helping family here. Did all of you move there or? Oh, thank you, Ryan. Oh my god, I hope you continue to enjoy my strong personality as we go on in this channel. I had lunch at the beginning of this stream, so if you want to see me eat spaghetti, you can rewatch. You can rewatch the stream, yeah. But like aside that, I think that's the only thing you see if you rewatch the stream. Me eating spaghetti, and then what was I talking about? Yes, Danny. I hope your family is okay. You live alone, eh? Yeah. I hope you have friends, yeah. Community and all of that. You're not by yourself. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for caring about my dad. I'll let him know that he has a friend online, through my channel. I'll send him your greetings, yeah. I thank you, Ryan, for laughing at my attempt at being funny, but it's true. I ate spaghetti. If you want to see me eat spaghetti, like with one small chicken like this, can watch it from the beginning as the stream. But yes, tomorrow, so I'll be narrating this my new book. It's not new, but I'm narrating a new story tomorrow. So check that. Look forward to that. Okay. Thank you for spending time with me today. Eventually, the rain stopped, the storm ended, and the lightning did not disturb me again. So I'm happy for that. If you're watching, you're going to see me react to lightning and thunder. So don't be shocked. I don't even know if it translates. The sound showed up on my stream self, but I hope it did not. Anyways, I hope everybody has a lovely rest of their day. Thank you for being here. and I will see you tomorrow. Good night or good morning, wherever you are. Bye bye. That please, what rubbish? I feel like the people that say that do the rubbish, like I think some people might see value in those things, yeah. Some people might see value in those things you get. So I don't think any creator is actually making rubbish like that. I don't know. I won't say. Thank you. I appreciate your time as well. Thank you for being here with me. Yes. So thank you. I appreciate your time with me. Bye bye, everybody. Okay.